Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is King Condor. I hope you're all doing well today. Merry bloody Christmas to everybody out there. It is the end of 2025. The year is about to close out and it is time for us to do the annual classic King Condor victory lap, the year in review where we discuss all the content changes, everything Jagex brought to the game. It's been quite a content-filled year. It's been very successful, but nowhere near fucking perfect, with a lot of drama and community crash outs along the way for us to just remind us the good times and the bad times that came this year from Jagex and the Oldschool Runescape community. My name is King Condor. I am live 5 days a week right here on YouTube and on Kick at kick.com/King Condor. So make sure you guys come by. Let me know how much of a dickhead you think I am. 3 inches on the end of your cock for everyone that hits the follow button over on Kick and comes by to both the Kick and YouTube chat. So don't be afraid to grab yourself an extra 3 inches for the end of the year to wrap up Christmas. I'm sure the missus will be proud. And it is now time for us to dive straight into the video. Let's not beat around the bush any further. Hit the like and subscribe button down below and let me know in the comment section which event, update or dramatic outburst this year was your favorite. And if I missed anything, please let me know down below. We have a lot of content to go through here, but we're going to keep it short and sweet. January, you may remember, we had run energy changes. This was one of the biggest changes, in my opinion, to Oldschool Runescape, because this changed the way a lot of people do PVM content and just in general enjoyed the game, because run energy became somewhat bearable all of a sudden. It's not unlimited, but it definitely lasts a fuck ton longer. So run energy changes in January were fucking huge. But now we'll move on to February, where we had Royal Titans, the first official properly introduced duo boss, team boss of some sort to the game that was not a raid. And my god, Royal Titans was actually damn near perfect. It's mid-game, super low level, easy content, but it was implemented really well, and the base structure for how to do that sort of content really shined brightly at the start of the year. It gave me a lot of hope for the future content, especially knowing that Yama was right around the corner. Royal Titans was a fat fucking W. Next in March, I do have a list here. I'm not used to reading off of a screen, I apologize. We have the new Jagex CEO, Mod North. Here he is. The man, the myth, the Prince Charming from fucking Shrek. He's stepped into the CEO role at Jagex HQ and he's been making some waves. He's been moving shit around. RuneScape 3, regardless of how dog shit it is, seems to be getting some sort of love now. The player support system is starting to get improvements, even though we will dive into how shit it is still to this date. We'll go over that in just a moment. But overall, it seems that there is a positive and consistent direction coming out of the JMod team, especially for Oldschool Runescape, since Mod North's inception into the Jagex CEO position. So that was kind of big, to be honest. In April, we were told that stackable clues were coming to the game, and there was a lot of drama around that. People were pissed about them getting rid of dropping the clue scrolls, but then adding stackable clues. People wanted to be able to stack them on the floor still. So Jagex ended up making the best of both worlds eventually, but there was a good 2 or 3, I think it was 2 month delay on maybe 2 months on stackable clues actually come to the game because of this. They actually had their own update instead of it being a quality of life update. But we also received RuneScape Dragon Wilds, which is a separate Jagex game. Was quite a bit of fun. It's received some love lately this year. I probably won't be playing a whole lot of it again because, again, it's not really RuneScape to me. It was a good bit of fun in the meantime playing with the Mist. So RuneScape Dragon Wilds, a complete success from what I can tell, but I don't see it going much further from there, especially since it won't be generating a whole lot of income for Jagex. And the last piece of content that came to April is our first piece of dramatic content for the year, which was the classic No Monkey Crash Out, where he went on a blocking spree across Twitter, blocking every single person who happened to be a female or didn't straight up agree with his opinions. There is speculation that it was his wife doing it, not him. Regardless of gender, he did definitely, he crashed out quite hard and crumbled under pressure when questioned about it, especially by yours truly. Then him and his wife resorted to accusing me of defending pedophiles and just being weird about the whole situation, and refused to comment on the situation when I asked them for evidence, or to at least, you know, be reasonable people when it comes to accepting some sort of criticism. So that was a real unfortunate event for No Monkey and co. At that point, it really showed not just a flaw in their ability to be socially tolerable, but also just show that you can be a nice person, you can be a great and informative person, but you can also be a piece of shit. Thankfully, there's been quite a bit of character development for No Monkey personally since then. He's been doing a lot better since April. He doesn't steer clear out of drama, unfortunately. They tend to start the drama with the king, but they never seem to finish it. but he has grown a lot since then. And yeah, moving into May, we have Yama coming to the game. Yama's release. This was the Protege. No, is Protege the right word? Yama is what we got because Royal Titans was so good, in my opinion. Yama was already coming. We knew it was coming. But the way that Royal Titans was implemented and showed that the duo possibility was real, Yama really executed that to a whole nother level that I think was perfect. You can solo Yama. It is, in my opinion, yeah, I would say now, since the Fasani Nightmare changes, more difficult and a somewhat longer fight than the Fasani's Nightmare, at least for on a base level of an average player, not talking about the extreme high level, just for a casual player. However, duoing Yama is infinitely more profitable, infinitely more enjoyable, and just a better use of your time with less resources being drained. Yama was, in my opinion, one of the greatest updates this year. There is a kangaroo just lying down with his nuts out there. God damn, he's a big boy, just chilling in the shade. Sorry, I didn't just notice the cunt. Yama was the sign that duo content, team content in general outside of raids was actually super successful and possible, provided it was balanced correctly. Wasn't perfect by any means. There's quite a bit of controversy still around the contract system and the drop rates today. But overall, Yama, I'm so fucking dry on that boss, it's not even funny, but I have enjoyed every single moment of that boss. It was great content. Jagex fucking cooked. There was zero requirements going into it except for like starting a Kingdom Divided, which most players had done. Yama was a massive update this year. Great change to PVM. It brought us Oathplate, which really also opened the eyes to narrow-minded endgame players who were strength bonus fist and slot, realized, oh shit, accuracy is actually useful. And once again, for the past 4 years, me preaching it, I was fucking right. So big ups to the Yama release in May, but we will now move on to June. June was a big one. June is where, what do we got here? Project Xanaris. Yeah, Project Xanaris is cancelled. Thank fucking God. That was a waste of time. That was one of the biggest updates of the year. Jagex cancelling Project Xanaris was big. Big month in June because that's just a waste of fucking dev time. They've now moved that dev team and spread it across the rest of the OSRS team so we can actually get some decent, I guess, content coming to the game again. And obviously they didn't put that in the player support system, but we'll talk about that more in just a moment. Big W for the Project Xanaris cancellation. Speaking of June, one of the greatest and most consistent rat kings in the RuneScape community once again showed his true colors and explained why he's just an unlikable piece of shit. Did a bit came out cheating straight off the fucking gate in the Deadman mode All-Stars game. And he was just fucking stream sniping, saying his cat was watching the stream or some shit, or he had the stream up on his phone. As someone who live streams, you don't have to be watching other people's streams unless you're trying to look out for something that's your own perk, because you're fucking live streaming. So, yeah, he buckled that, trying to wheeze his way out of it with some sort of bullshit cat excuse. It did a bit of, once again, just showing why his channel's dead and he's a fucking nobody. Awesome. He probably won't be invited to the next Deadman All-Stars, even though he's like, oh, the team won, we get instant invites. You should have seen him like 3 weeks ago trying to stream snipe, hiding from Odablock, then getting fucking destroyed by Odablock, running from him, being like, we beat you. Or, sorry, I beat you in Deadman All-Stars, when he was the biggest fucking anchor on his team. Classic did a bit of L. Thank you for fulfilling June with the Project Xanaris being a massive W for the game, and then your downfall continuing to further slide downwards is another W for the community. So big ups from did a bit of there. I can't imagine anyone actually defending you in the community. It makes sense why Eevescapes does. Like, I mean, the only quality of person that would defend your shitty behavior would, of course, be an open and accepting cuck. So did a bit of... Thank you for fulfilling June. But let's move on to July now, because this is where it really starts to unfold. July was big because we finally got the stackable clue release, which was... There was a lot of controversy behind it. What did I say? April, so May, June, July. Yeah, 3 months. Finally got stackable clues, and in my opinion, was not as important and as big as an update as people were making it out to be. It was a great update. I love it because I've now got 5 clues of each tier in my bank instead of 1. However, everyone was blowing it out of proportion about how important it is and how this will impact the game. It really didn't do shit. It didn't matter how Jagex played it. It was going to be totally fine. But that's just typical Oldschool Runescape fashion. When there's an update, people freak out. They don't think about the future. We lose the demonic digger. And then, of course, there's no fucking issue anyway. We're just back to fucking square one with a little bit more quality of life. We also have the Valamore Final Dawn release, which was the arguable somewhat end to the Valamore storyline, at least for now. while Jagex works on other quest projects. Valimor Final Dawn was great, but it also brought us the Doom of Mercadal boss, which was our delve boss and was another great successful piece of endgame bossing content. Some of the most fun I have had is killing that Doom boss up until getting, I don't know, 2,000 fucking delves and no boots, no T-bow, so it's just dog shit ass with the scorching bow, using a blowpipe in the car face. It's just, man, it is good content, but fuck, it gets dry quick, which is unfortunate, but that's purely just a gear in my autism. I'm not able to focus as much and actually pay attention because it drives me insane. It is excellent, but I'm just holding off now. I got the wand, the eyeball butt plug thing, and I've got the confliction gauntlets. I'm just not going to go for the boots until I get the T-bow because it's just easier on my mental at the moment. Great content otherwise, though. It shows different levels of confidence and diversity amongst different players, whether they want to go for survivability or for speed. There's just, it introduces a mechanical complexity that I don't think we've really seen outside of raids in a very long time, if ever at all. Especially to the point where people are complaining that all the mechanics are simple, but all at once are fucking cooked. But after about a week, everyone got used to it and absolutely started smashing the boss. I do like the Doom boss. I rate it highly. I would love to see more sort of delve content in the future. Not so much copy and paste, but using inspirations from the delve system amongst other pieces of content to bring us new great endgame PvE content. Jagex absolutely cooked with the Doom boss. August, unfortunately, was a very quiet month on the update side of things, along with September as well. But you're all fucking welcome because your boy brought the content to the content creator scene, and we absolutely fucking cooked. Eliop stepped out of the shadows finally after lurking and trying to rat around in the background and decided to take a shot at the king, and fuck me, did he miss by a mile. We have once again exposed another just PvP rat who is incompetent, unaware, and has massive ego and self-esteem issues. Absolutely buckled his career and his status online, which was already fucking minimal, and just send that cunt back to the fucking Shadow Realm. Eliop got absolutely shit on in every form possible. I don't know how you win a very basic PvP fight that you still cheated in by bringing the wrong gear, but intentionally, while saying, I've matched your gear. No, you didn't. So I don't know how you win that fight and then still lose just by crying over it, but it's just... nothing brings me more joy than once again shutting down another one of you little crypto wannabe dogshit ass pinboy rats. You know, BTCs, Didder, Eliop, they're all the same fucking shit stain at the end of the day. I just flush the toilet and let it fucking roll down the hill because that's where shit flows. The further down the sewer you go, the more shit you're going to find. So I'm keen to see who steps out of the shadows, out of the shitstorm next year, and once again gets fucking waffle stomped. So thank you, Eliop, for being the mucus punching bag shit stain of the year for the whole of the RuneScape community. You're a fucking embarrassment, and I look forward to seeing who steps out next year. Unless you want to go again, then I'm always fucking here. You know me. Now we got October bringing also the Gridmaster, which was a massive success. Gridmaster was huge. The rewards were terrible. Don't get me wrong. The rewards sucked ass, but the concept of Gridmaster was massive. It was like, what, 2 or 4 weeks? It was shorter than a league. It was easier than a league. It was faster than a league, but it brought a lot of different content and angles, and also implemented the idea that the bingo system can work in Oldschool Runescape. And we're going to see that very soon, I think, which brings more community safety and moderation to community and clan-based events, which is really big, just to bring more, again, like I said, community safety and confidence to players in Oldschool Runescape. Very big. Also makes setting up bingos way easier as well, just for people that can't be fucked like me. So Gridmaster was massive. Gridmaster was good fun. Looking forward to League 6, which I'm assuming we're going to see in the Winter Summit in a few weeks' time, sometime this year. Gonna be fucking awesome. November, we have the sailing release. Was sailing a success? Yeah, I don't know, man. Yes, it was, because the game's not dead. The game is still good and the game will be fine. I want more sailing content because I want it to succeed further. The reason I want more sailing content is because I want to do more. There's no endgame content. T-Papa Slice said it best in his Gwyneth Glide rant, which was perfectly timed with the shit he was spilling, and he was absolutely right. There's just no endgame content for sailing, and that really does make it disappointing. A lot of people are going to max sailing before there's anything to do with max sailing, which is fine. That's just kind of the concept of early old school RuneScape. So I'm just hoping Jagex brings us a lot of good endgame content coming forward. I believe Raids 4 is not going to have sailing content involved, although you may need to sail to the location. I believe Jagex has said they're not going to have sailing incorporated into the raid, so hopefully they can bring us some sort of bossing or quest. Let's see where the quest lines takes us at least. We got player designed islands coming up. Sailing release overall, I do give it about a 7 or 8 out of 10 just as how smooth it was and consistent it was, but the rebalancing was rough. The lack of attention on the combat side of things and the lack of attention actually going forward into the new year is rough because it's Christmas now and they've kind of shut the doors on that. You can't even put the outfits in the player in house, and the jar of feathers wasn't working day one. A lot of basic, what you'd assume is just make sure this is standard with protocol, just isn't fucking at Jagex HQ still. Obviously, it's unfortunate, but the other great event in November was the Sawmill voucher scam, which was a complete accident and misrepresentation on my part because, well, Sawmill vouchers will eventually hit 7.5k. The unfortunate part was I didn't realize Jagex was going to make endgame boats, anything to do with dragon metal sheets and nails, or actually anything to do with rosewood logs more accurately, completely dead fucking content. And like, there's no point having the rosewood hull unless you're speed running to 200 mil sailing through the, what are they called? Barracuda trials. Otherwise, right now, there is zero use to have rosewood at the moment. They introduced new trees, new logs, new planks, and gave them zero purpose, which completely fucked the sawmill vouchers and scammed everyone involved. I'm still holding them though, because you only lose your money once you sell them. I didn't invest every dollar I had, obviously, because I'm not fucking retarded. I just invested a shit ton, and I will hold those for Jagex to release endgame content in the very near future. Bringing us finally now to December, where we have, well, EVscape for some reason came out and just said, yeah, I'm a cuck. That was weird on Top Tuesday or Prison Joe. I don't know why you'd put that out on the internet. You're going to get criticized for that pretty hard. And then in his streams, apparently he's complaining. He doesn't know why people keep asking or mentioning it. I think you know why. That's a bit weird. So just thought I'd put that out there as a little opportunity for everyone to have another laugh at how fucking embarrassing that is at the end of the video here. Fuck me dead. Yeah, what a weirdo. Anyway, we've also got false bands back. Obviously, with my latest upload, you've probably seen, and with Creebus getting false banned, the player support system is cooked at the moment, still not working. It's been a load of horseshit and we've been deceived all year. People are being false banned, so just stay safe over the Christmas break. And I mean, hopefully Jagex addresses this pretty early into the new year because there are a lot of people out there, likely you watching this now, that can't do shit about it if your appeals get denied, whether you were guilty or not. Jagex needs to really revisit that shit in the next year. It's just not a good look. December is closing out as, other than that disappointing fact, as a pretty good year. I'm live 5 days a week right here. We got the Christmas live stream and the New Year 24-hour live stream coming up, so don't be afraid to come by, say hi, call me a dickhead, let me know what you think about this list here and what we've just gone through. My name is King Condor, ladies and gentlemen. That is your year in review of 2025. Let's go for 2026, where we get even harder and even faster with the content, and we got a lot of surprises coming up in the next year for you guys right here at the King Condor & Co channel. My name is King Condor. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you all. Hit the like and subscribe button down below. You guys are the best. And let me know which piece of content was your favorite this year. If I missed something, please put it in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to read as much as I can and reply to the absolute best ones. Merry Christmas and have a fucking safe New Year. I'll see you guys in the live stream. Have a good night. This is the easiest move in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge.